Hello, everyone, and welcome to Toku Portal Podcast. I am Ryan. With me is,
Drago.
and welcome to Power Rangers Beast Morphers, episode 17, Ranger Reveal. A uh, a movie star is coming by, and Zoe's mom, a news reporter, is going to interview her. And there's a lot of fans waiting outside the studio and hoping to get a chance to meet her. Ben and Betty are amongst them with their new selfie headset that you extends too much and it gets caught on a fence and then they get dragged away trying to fix it.
This was kind of awkward.
Yeah, not their best material. They seemed a bit off this
Mm,
episode.
yeah, it was it was not a really good slapstick. I think the later one, when they use a selfie stick for the later part, I think they do a good job there. But in here, no.
uh, Anyways, the movie star Nakia calls up Zoe's mom to tell her that she has to cancel the interview. uh, and then Vargoyle shows up. So everyone runs and screams, and the cameraman drops his camera that's still recording, and the Rangers transform in front of it. Never mind all the people that ran inside of the building with the door wide open as well, though.
Yeah, I would actually suspect all the people to get memory wipe instead of the camera because I'm sure pretty much 2 3 people already saw you guys more mentioning. Or
Is something going on with your mic?
oh yeah, I think there's a issue this way.
Okay. Sorry about this, folks. The camera does get damaged during the fight, but the cameraman is confident that he can fix up the memory chip so they can review the footage later. Uh, and Zoe's mom gets all excited because she could be the one to expose the Rangers' identities, which would be big for her career. Uh, Meanwhile, for the actual fight, Vargoyle shows off that he's got the data chips and so he's got all their power. He doesn't actually tell them how, he just shows up that, hey, I copied all your beast powers. I'm even stronger now.
That's a good idea, to be honest, because Nate would be smart enough to, spoil that plan. So, yeah,
Yeah, all in all, they kept the data chips a secret from the Rangers, and they've done a good job of it.
pretty much.
Mario is forced to flee, though, because it runs on Morphex and has the battery life of a couple AAAs.
I mean, it's like the Fury Cell and this as well. It's just that these things, they
They
run out of power
they
pretty
just
quickly.
burn up so much energy at once.
Yeah, make things more efficient next time.
Yeah, get on it, Scrozzle.
Uh,
Supposed to be the brains of the villains.
yeah,
So Zoe goes and talks with her. Oh, sorry, were you saying something?
oh no, nothing.
Zoe goes and talks with her mom, who excitedly tells her, hey, I have footage of the Rangers transforming. Or morphing. I'm gonna show it on TV tonight. Zoe tries talking her out of it, hey, don't you think if the Rangers wanted their identities exposed, they'd have done so themselves by now? And her mom's just like, oh, they'll love being famous, don't worry about it. That's not really your decision to make.
Yeah. This plot was, I don't know, I expected the actress to be involved in this, but it was Zoe's mom, and stuff with her trying to expose the Rangers. I was pretty surprised by.
Uh, there's also that like Zoe works at Grid Battle Force, and as far as her mom knows, she's just a laundry girl. Like Zoe would still know the rules. She could be like, "Hey, at Grid Battle Force, like it's a rule that the Rangers' identities can't be real. You know, can't be revealed. They have to keep that secret." Like I feel like she could have used that argument, but it wasn't brought up. Yeah, it was more of a this is a morally wrong thing to do rather than it's against the rules.
I mean, the reporter isn't from Great Balfour, so I think that argument would also have been, good.
Uh, so over in the cyber dimension, uh, Vargoyle is explaining his new plan to Evox. Uh, Blaze and Roxy come in and brag like, "No, no, no! Check out our plan. It's the same plan. Vargoyle stole their idea, and then Evox rewards him for it."
That was one of the most hilarious scenes I've ever
It's
seen.
like he has a point though. It's like,
Because the,
hey, if he's smart enough to steal your idea, then he's probably smart enough to actually execute it.
yeah, I really want Blaze and Roxy to be better, but this is hilarious.
And Squirrels is in this weird
Hello, are you
position
right?
where like Vargoyle is forcing him to help him because Squirrels is just straight up afraid of him.
That's one dynamic. One thing I'm not enjoying is Wildwire's crossword dynamic because I don't know, it just doesn't gel well compared to Roxy and Blaze with Scarlet.
Right, like Scrozzle is working for E-Box because he's scared of him, but he's not scared of Blazer Roxy, and he'll just openly tell them to piss off. But he's actually like he's blatantly scared of Vargoyle and is listening to what he has to say.
Considering Barbell has the power of the Fury Cell and what do you call it, the beast
The
powers.
yeah, the
So yeah,
data chips. So at the Riptide Gym, Zoe reveals the other Rangers the predicament they're in. Uh, I think Ravi is just like, well, let's just tell the commander, she'll shut it down. But Zoe doesn't want to get her mom into any kind of trouble. Meanwhile, Ben and Betty are working on their selfie stick, and they accidentally rip off the wig on the table next to them. And surprise, it's the movie star Nakia trying to just have a normal lunch. Not anymore, because now everyone is a fan and wants to get a picture of her. But the Rangers like managed to sneak in and bail her out.
And conveniently, Ravi calls the Grid Battle Force Jeep and and sends her away. Yeah, this one that was I don't know what do okay. The thing is that I was gonna complain about that she got into a stranger's car, but then I realized it's a government organization, and the logo was plastered right over it.
Yeah. And the Rangers were talking about how, like, maybe having our identities revealed wouldn't be so bad. It'd be nice to be a little famous. But then they see that and they realize, like, yeah, no, we can't handle this. Not when our job is protecting the city.
And yeah, that was pretty. That was a what do you call it? That was actually, you know what? Like I've heard complaints from people that why don't they just reveal their identities? They work for the government after all. But then I realized, and then this episode shows like what would that be, and it's not like SPD where like
Yeah,
there are
SVD,
cops.
they're just cops doing their job.
Yeah,
But
and
these,
and these people are barely 19 or 20.
yeah, these guys are like local heroes. Uh, Also, Steele wants to do a cooking show, and he wants Nate to make him a mouth so that he can actually eat food, and Nate is refusing to do it.
I laughed so hard when like this is going on, like, and Steel is like, give me a mouth to eat, and Nate is like, no.
We'll talk about it later. Like, Steele is not giving up. Just give him a mouth, Nate. Like, he wants to be human. Uh,
Steel being human,
I mean, he's already got the human DNA. He just needs, like, everything else.
pretty much.
So Vargoyle puts his plan into motion, sending a Robotron and a Gige drone at the same time, so the Rangers split up to deal with it, while he sneaks in and plants his, I don't know, some kind of device that he stole the plans for Blaze and Roxy from. That'll help, like, collect Morph-X.
So it's basically redirecting Morph X to that place, and then and sending it straight up to Evox's dimension.
So Evox is just getting, like, a direct line of Morph-X.
Pretty much.
Cool. That'll help ramp things up later on. When we get into the part in Go Busters where, like, they're sending multiple Giga drones at a time.
Mm.
Eh. So the Rangers take care of the robots. Not much new to say about the fight sequence. Pretty standard. Uh,
I mean, it's good, but the thing is that the fight happens and it doesn't serve well to the story this episode. So yeah,
yeah. Like, good choreography, but nothing we haven't said before.
pretty
So,
much.
so at the studio, they rescheduled the interview with Nakia, and but Zoe's mom also has to deal with the Ranger reveal on live TV, so she's working on what she's going to say. So hey, Zoe volunteers to do the interview, and her mom actually vouches for her. Like, yeah, my daughter watches our show all the time. She knows what to do. So the producer's like, yeah, okay, we'll go for it. And Zoe
That's
just
pretty casual, but
they're like, well,
that
you'll get
was
like a fan's perspective, and since she halfway knows what to do from her mom, like, you know what? He's willing to try anything once, I guess.
yeah, and it's a local news show, but I don't know how that works in America as such. But yeah, so I don't think this
Oh,
is out of the realm of
something like
possibility.
this wouldn't happen, like in real life. Uh, and Nakia does say that, like, well, normally I only work with professionals, but you did help save me earlier, so I'll do this. And then Zoe just kind of, like, asks leading questions to get Nakia to talk about how, despite the fame, like, fans can be overwhelming at times. So that Zoe's mom hears this and kind of realizes, like, you know, I probably shouldn't reveal the Rangers' identities. So she goes on camera and reveals that, like, hey, I have footage of the Rangers morphing, but it would be the wrong thing to do, reveal their identities, because they wouldn't be able to do their jobs. So I'm not going to do it. And then she breaks the memory chip in half. And then afterwards, our boss approaches and says, "That wasn't what you promised me. But you know what? People are loving a reporter with morals, so good job."
Yeah, this is the Power Rangers universe, so people are much better than in the real life.
Oh yeah, like the part that they're not showing you is the internet forum where people are arguing over whether or not that she should have revealed them.
Yeah,
Because you know that's happening
that's
off
pretty much
screen.
it.
People are defending her decision, like, you know, that was smart. And people are arguing, like, nah, just fucking tell us who they are already.
And she also broke a studio property.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, her boss
You know
knows that
what?
problem
You
is.
know
So.
what? I feel bad for the cameraman. He spent like 6 hours trying to fix that.
Yeah. uh,
Uh, and then Zoe's mom like goes over and thanks her for like getting her to listen for once. Like, all right, sorry I didn't listen to you before, but I see what you did there. Uh, and
and yeah, this was a nice conclusion.
yeah, they hug it out. Meanwhile, Vargoyle is preparing the next phase of his plan with Scrozzle.
Last 3 episodes, so yeah.
Yeah. Not counting the Halloween and Christmas specials.
Pretty much.
So is one of those just going to be the recap episode? Or
I think
flashback
both
episode?
of those are gonna
Yeah.
be the probably.
So I remember I saw the Samurai Halloween special, and it was literally just the villains talking about how the Rangers owned them. And it's like, okay, way to waste a Halloween special.
I think most of the specials are this way as well. It's just that one of the specials, I think, what do you call it? The Ninja Steel one was a good one, but they crossed over with Dino Charge, like the Blue and the Blue Ranger from both seasons.
Oh, because they were brothers, right? The actors?
Yeah, yeah, that's why. And Santa Claus shows up.
Uh, so, um, yeah, that's everything that
That's it,
happened.
actually.
What?
That's it, actually.
Yeah, that's everything that happened in the episode. Like the Ranger stuff was just, you know, for show. It wasn't too plot important. Mostly just Vargoyle setting up what's coming later, and the message about how fame isn't necessarily a good thing. It's like, yeah, that's pretty good, but and I'm sure that like you want to teach that to the children this show is aimed for. But for us, like we've seen that enough times that yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but again, as far as the episode quality goes, it was a good episode. Like, it's not like what do you call it? It's not important. It's kind of fillery, but it is a good episode.
Yeah, and it was definitely well done. But that's all there is to say. So thanks for joining us tonight, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll be back on Tuesday for Real Soldier and Wednesday for more 01. I really had to stop and not say Zio. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.